Hi, my name is Jeff Grell. I'm an attorney here in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and I created this YouTube channel to discuss various legal issues that are presented to me by people throughout the country. I am the author and editor of a website called RICOAct.com. The RICO Act was a law passed by Congress back in the 1970s. It was designed to combat organized crime. For about 30 years, it's been used mostly by civil litigants, private parties seeking to obtain damages against others who allegedly defrauded them. By virtue of that, a lot of people who think they're injured by some kind of scheme to defraud or fraudulent conspiracy call me to talk about these scenarios, and I do my best to answer their questions. Now, most of these people aren't looking for legal representation. They're not looking to hire me as a lawyer. They just want legal information. And so some of the questions I get are pretty general in nature, like, how do I hire a lawyer? Oh, and by the way, I don't have money. Can I still hire a lawyer? I've heard about contingency fee cases. Will they work? These are all good questions. The issue of contingency fee representation in particular is a little sensitive, and people don't always understand why a lawyer is willing to take one case on a contingency fee basis but not another. It's a very narrow class of cases where contingency fees work, and we'll talk about those. Another question I get quite frequently relates to criminal prosecutions. A lot of people want to bring a criminal complaint or file criminal charges against the people who've harmed them. Problem is that unless you're a government lawyer who works in a prosecutor's office, like a county attorney or a United States attorney or an attorney general, you don't have the power to bring criminal charges against anyone. Only governmental entities can charge and convict people with crimes. Another issue that's presented to me quite often relates to governmental power and whether people can sue governmental entities for extortion. For example, I got picked up the other day by a cop and he gave me a ticket because I didn't have car insurance. Can the government extort me to buy car insurance? If you think about it, a lot of what the government does is extortion. And we all can't go around suing our government for extortion every day. And most of what the government does is a form of legalized extortion. We'll look at some procedural questions also. For example, what is a motion to dismiss? What's the motion for summary judgment? There's all kinds of general issues that people find themselves confronting whenever they start reading cases and trying to educate themselves on legal issues. Now, my point in putting together these videos is not to encourage people to go out and become their own attorneys. I don't think it's ever appropriate or advisable for someone to represent themselves in litigation. So that's it for this first session of Law Lessons. Stay tuned. I'm Jeff Grell.